Hello, welcome back. This is the second video in a series I'm doing. If you haven't seen the first one, go back and watch the last video. I explain all of this, and I'm moving on to one of the main four pillars, the glue, one of the glows that keeps it all together. We have four main pillars of control that were created out of nothing, which I'll get into a little bit more, some of this in other videos, but the four pillars are banking and finance, political structures, Western medicine, and education, which my guides, the cosmic group that I channel, say is the most corrupt one on the planet. Education system, which we all went through. And today I'm covering part of what holds it all together. So my guides say what holds all these things together is the media, which was created to hold it all together. Hollywood was created when religion started failing, law enforcement, and I'm covering religion. Religion is one of the main things that was created to hold it all together. Now, religion is not spirituality. It's different. Religion is a man-made construct that was created to control us. So what I have here is, when you think about, and I know some of this because I grew up in church. I grew up as a Christian, and I thought, this is really bizarre. There's a man sitting in the clouds that judges, but he's merciful, and he decides people go to heaven and hell. Think about this, guys. And this is not, if you're triggered, keep scrolling. If you want to hear what I've channeled around this, keep watching and understand that you should always do your own research. Ask yourself, I go into this last video, why do I believe this? Do I believe it just because I go to church every Sunday and they tell me to believe it? Is it the same as I believe it because it's in the news? I believe it because a Hollywood person's selling something to me. I believe it because school told me I'm supposed to do it. These are all systems that were created to control us, guys. Religion's one of them, okay? So there is an all-knowing creator, and we are here with essence of that creator in us. We're here to create and live our life in joy. I'm not going to get to that in this video. I'm talking about religion, which is man-made and created. And what they showed me is that literally man-made. They pulled different stories. They added their own stuff. They pulled different things from different times and different centuries and kind of stirred it all up. Cut out a bunch of stuff and then created this belief system that tells us that we have to live a certain way, okay? Because it holds all this stuff together. So when you think about the themes, I'm talking about Christianity. I think Catholicism is similar, but I'm talking about religion. I don't know all religions, okay? This is high level because this is what I've channeled. When you think about religion, there's a lot of right versus wrong, good versus evil, heaven versus hell, men versus women themes in the Bible. How old school is that, guys? Come on. Like, now that I see it, it's so clear, right? Blessed and righteous, right? So what religion is meant to do is to hijack your mind and take it and funnel it into where it needs to go, which is to be a good little soldier. To be a good little soldier and go to work, pay your tithes. So you're going to go to work and you're going to work your butt off for the top person in your company, small businesses, entrepreneurs, etc. It's different, but like most of this globe is corporations. And it all funnels up to people at the top of this globe who I call the global CEOs. So we're told you go to work, you bring home a paycheck, a measly paycheck, which nowadays is really tough to even, there's a lot of people really struggling. This is by design, guys. You go to work, you get a paycheck, and you pay 25 to 30% of it to the government. And then you pay taxes on a house if you own it. You pay taxes on your land. You pay taxes on all the things, right? You pay sales tax, so then you get taxed again. And then you're supposed to go to church and give even more of your money. So how much are you left with, right? Oh, but you're not supposed to complain. This was the lot you were dealt in life, right? Don't complain. Don't speak up. Don't push back. Then you could be wrong. You could be evil. You could go to hell, right? This is what keeps us in line. I'm not talking about God. I'm not talking about Jesus. I'm not talking about Buddha. I'm not talking about any ascended masters here. I'm talking about the structure of religion was created to control us. So definitely do your own research on this, guys. There's a lot of really beautiful content on Gaia. Gaia should start paying me for talking about Gaia because I talk about it a lot. But There's a lot of beautiful truths out there. There are books that were originally in the Bible that were pulled out. My understanding from all the research I've done is 75% plus of the books in the that were originally there were pulled out. Well, if you go back and do your own research, you'll see there were certain regimes in control over certain periods of time, just in the last 2,000 years, 4,000 years, right? But in the BC time, I'm sorry, after death, you know, for those of you that are religious, right? For the last 2,000-ish, 3,000 years, look at the regimes who are in control. Depending on who's in control at the time, that's who dictates what you get to know as truth, okay? They write the history, they burn evidence, you know, they'll literally burn books. There are times when these regimes order materials to be burned that truly tell us who we really are, where we come from, what we're capable of. And then they put the remaining pieces in a book and call it our guide. The Bible is our guide in life, right? And when you read the Bible literally, it doesn't always make sense and it can be manipulated. When you understand what it's really saying, the man known as Jesus came here to teach love. What he did was he came here to teach us that we are from somewhere else. We've just chosen to forget why we're here. And when we connect to love and we do things out of love, we can connect to our higher self, which is outside of this realm, which we are going to go back to when we pass away, right? Religion, when you are, you know, what religion teaches is that the incarnation is not real. All that stuff was removed from the Bible, okay? It does talk, there are references of this in the Bible. They didn't wipe it all out. But incarnation isn't real, because if incarnation was real, then you really start questioning, well, then what am I doing here? You mean I've done this before? You mean I chose to be here and I've incarnated before? Well, then what does that mean about what I really am? Who am I really, right? So you can't, incarnation's wrong. Incarnation's evil, it's blasphemy, right? Connecting to spirits is it's evil, right? And so they keep all the things, they keep all the books and the content of the Bible or books or old texts and scrolls and shit stuff. Sorry. They keep all the stuff that supports their narrative. And again, religion is newer, guys. This is just in the last couple thousand years. Think about 5, 10, 15,000 years ago. I'm telling you, go do your own research on who we really are, where we're really from. I'm going to cover some of this in these videos. But so this religious concept is newer. And when it started failing, when people started waking up, global awakening, but also going, I'm not sure if I buy into this whole heaven and hell thing. I'm not sure if I buy into, I got to stay in line and be a good little soldier and go to work and pay my bills and pay my tithes and do all the things in order to go to heaven. This total fear of hell that's been instilled in me to control you, right? I don't know if I believe this anymore. When people started questioning, they created Hollywood. They said, okay, well, you know, Jesus, the story of Jesus or whoever the other ascended masters are that people believe in other religions, the stories of those isn't quite got the same potency anymore. So we're going to create a different reality to come along underneath religion and start pulling your attention that way. So then, you know, now stars are, and I cover this in a lot of my other videos, when you rise to fame and fortune, part of doing that is you have to promise to be faces for certain agendas and show up and talk about things go to fake weddings and show up in pictures for fake weddings in order to promote an agenda, promote medications, promote jabs, promote insurance, promote the things that are making all these people all the money, right? So we're going to create Hollywood, create starstruckness, and pull your attention, etc., because religion's not working anymore. Plus, there's all of these truths that are impossible to ignore around what's really happening in some of these religious sects, right? With like abuse and trauma and stuff. That stuff's coming up. So like, oh shit, we got to create something. It's Hollywood, right? Which I get into all my other videos. All right, thanks for being here. Let me know what questions you have. Drop them in the comments below. This is super high level. Do your own research, question everything, ask why, peel back the onion. Why do I believe what I believe? Who's it benefiting? Is it bringing joy to my life? If not, I got to question it. Well, everything I share is channeled from a group of cosmic beings that I channel who highlight and are here to help us on our human journey. I have to say this is for fun and entertainment. Drop your questions, comments below. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next video.